McGraw-Hill Audio presents The Six Sigma Way, How GE, Motorola, and other top companies are honing their performance. Written by Peter S. Pande, Robert P. Newman, Roland R. Cavanaugh. Read by John Lescault. Preface. This book is designed to help business leaders, from CEOs to supervisors, tap into the power of the Six Sigma movement that's transforming some of the world's most successful companies. Six Sigma initiatives have tallied billions of dollars in savings, dramatic increases in speed, strong new customer relationships. In short, remarkable results and rave reviews. Are these results for real? And is it really possible for you and your business to achieve some of the same gains? The answer is yes. It can happen in any type of business. And contrary to many people's fears, you don't have to have an in-depth background in statistical analysis. Six Sigma can contribute not only to how your company measures and analyzes its performance, but also to improving your basic approach to managing the business. A story from our early experiences implementing Six Sigma illustrates how this new approach to business impacts the very habits that drive an organization. We were working with leaders and Six Sigma project teams at one of the largest business units of GE Capital, the first totally service-based company to launch Six Sigma. It was during a gallery walk, at which the teams were explaining their progress to company leaders, that the firm's CEO began challenging one of the team leaders. "If you think that's the problem," the CEO suggested, "why don't you just—" and he suggested a solution. The team leader tried to explain that their analysis and data were preliminary, and that more work was needed to confirm their suspicions. The executive persisted over several minutes, however, in arguing for his proposed solution. In the face of grilling from his boss's boss's boss, the team leader grew increasingly flustered and unsure of how to respond. At that moment, in an act of corporate courage, one of the firm's black belts, a financial services manager we had trained to coach Six Sigma teams, literally stepped between the CEO and the team's charts. He declared, in so many words, "We're not going to jump to a solution because we're using the Six Sigma process." Immediately, the company leader recognized his mistake. Instead of getting angry, he laughed and apologized. Later, speaking to the entire group, he related the story and gave credit to the black belt for defending the Six Sigma way. "We're not in the just-do-it mode anymore," he noted. "Taking the time to understand a problem and process before we fix it is better. But you may have to remind us from time to time until we get used to this new way." That company went on to achieve millions of dollars in savings through Six Sigma projects, and to totally revamp their approach to strategic and new product planning. While they still haven't lost all their old just-do-it spirit, they are approaching processes and problems with better questions and better solutions. So what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is not some kind of new sorority or fraternity. On the other hand, there are different perspectives on what Six Sigma is. Business media often describe Six Sigma as a highly technical method used by engineers and statisticians to fine-tune products and processes. True, in part. Measures and statistics are a key ingredient of Six Sigma improvement, but they are by no means the whole story. Another definition of Six Sigma is that it's a goal of near perfection in meeting customer requirements. This also is accurate. In fact, the term Six Sigma itself refers to a statistically derived performance target of operating with only 3.4 defects for every million activities, or opportunities. It's a goal few companies or processes can claim to have achieved. Still, another way to define Six Sigma is as a sweeping culture change effort to position a company for greater customer satisfaction, profitability, and competitiveness. Considering the company-wide commitment to Six Sigma at places like General Electric or Motorola, culture change is certainly a valid way to describe Six Sigma. But it's also possible to do Six Sigma without making a frontal assault on your company culture. If all these definitions, measure, goal, or culture change, are at least partly but not totally accurate, what's the best way to define Six Sigma? Based on our experience and examples set by the growing number of companies seeking Six Sigma improvement, we've developed a definition that captures the breadth and flexibility of Six Sigma as a way to boost performance. Six Sigma, a comprehensive and flexible system for achieving, sustaining, and maximizing business success. Six Sigma is uniquely driven by close understanding of customer needs, disciplined use of facts, data, and statistical analysis, and diligent attention to managing, improving, and reinventing business processes. This is the definition that will provide the foundation for our efforts to unlock the potential of Six Sigma for your organization. The types of business success you may achieve are broad, because the proven benefits of the Six Sigma system are diverse, including cost reduction, productivity improvement, market share growth, customer retention, cycle time reduction, defect reduction, culture change, product service development, and many more. Is Six Sigma really different? Some people, when first exposed to Six Sigma concepts, complain that it's similar to the total quality efforts of the last 15 to 20 years. Indeed, the origins of many Six Sigma principles and tools are found in the teachings of influential quality thinkers like W. Edwards Deming and Joseph Juran. In some companies, GE and Motorola among them, the terms quality and Six Sigma often go together. So it's true that in some ways Six Sigma's expansion is heralding a rebirth of the quality movement. Cynics who gave up on TQM might choose to think of Six Sigma as that generic horror movie plot, the beast that wouldn't die. But as we'll see, Six Sigma makes for a new and very much improved beast. If you've been through TQM, CQI, BPR, ABC, LMNOP, that's a joke, etc., you'll probably find some familiar material in the Six Sigma way. However, we're sure you'll also find a lot that's new, and that you'll see familiar tools applied with greater impact on the business's competitiveness and bottom-line results. A foundation in TQM can give you or your business an advantage in ramping up a successful Six Sigma effort. So for the time being, it's perfectly okay for you to think of Six Sigma as TQM on steroids. To help you unlock the value of Six Sigma, we need to uncover some truths that have been missed in most of the Six Sigma literature so far. Understanding them means Six Sigma can offer some unexpected benefits to you and your organization. Six Sigma's hidden truths and potential payoff. Hidden truth number 1. Six Sigma encompasses a broad array of business best practices and skills, some advanced, some common sense, that are essential ingredients for success and growth. Where it's shown the most impressive impact, Six Sigma is much more than a detailed, statistics-based analytical method. We'll address the full range of Six Sigma as it's being applied in these diverse and growing organizations. The payoff. You'll be able to apply Six Sigma to many different business activities and challenges, from strategic planning to operations to customer service, and maximize the impact of your efforts. Hidden truth number 2. There are many Six Sigma ways. Following a fixed prescription or modeling your effort after another company is guaranteed to fail, or come close. This book will offer customizable options and guidelines, not rigid formulas, that take into account your level of influence, your business needs and priorities, and your organization's readiness for change. The payoff. The benefits of Six Sigma will be accessible whether you lead an entire organization or a department. Moreover, you'll be able to scale your efforts, from tackling specific problems to renewing the entire business. Hidden truth number 3. The potential gains from Six Sigma are equally significant, if not greater, in service organizations and non-manufacturing activities as they are in technical environments. The huge opportunities outside the plant floor, in order management, finance, customer service, marketing, logistics, IT, etc., exist for 2 main reasons. First, these activities are key to today's sustained competitive advantage, as tangible products turn into commodities in short order. Second, there's a lot to gain, because most non-manufacturing activities are only about 70% effective, efficient, if that. We won't ignore manufacturing, but a high priority in this book will be to explain how to make Six Sigma work in commercial, transactional, or administrative areas that require a special approach and mix of tools. The payoff? You'll be prepared to achieve breakthroughs in these untapped gold mines of opportunity, and to broaden Six Sigma beyond the realm of the engineering community. Hidden truth number 4. Six Sigma is as much about people excellence as it is about technical excellence. Creativity, collaboration, communication, dedication. These are infinitely more powerful than a corps of super statisticians. Fortunately, the fundamental ideas of big picture Six Sigma can inspire and motivate better ideas and performance from people, and create synergy between individual talents and technical prowess. The payoff? You'll gain insights into how to strike a balance between push and pull, accommodating people and demanding performance. That balance is where real sustained improvement is found. On either side, being too nice or forcing people beyond their understanding and readiness, lie merely short-term gains or no results at all. Hidden truth number 5. Done right, Six Sigma improvement is thrilling and rewarding. We've seen people rave about the positive changes that have come to their organization, thanks to the new, smarter way they are running their business. We've watched executive teams abandon their decorum as they race around trying to speed up and perfect a broken process in a Six Sigma workshop. It's a lot of work, too, and it's not without its risks. Any level of Six Sigma effort takes an investment in time, energy, and money. In this book, we'll try to share some of the fun and enthusiasm we've seen and feel about Six Sigma, as we describe how to make the investment and ensure big returns. If at times our attempts at sparkling wit fall flat, we apologize in advance. We'll also make a big effort to warn you away from the dangers and mistakes that can derail a Six Sigma initiative. The payoff? The good news is, Six Sigma is a lot more fun than a root canal. Seriously, the significant financial gains from Six Sigma may be exceeded in value by the intangible benefits. In fact, the changes in attitude and enthusiasm that come from improved processes and better-informed people are often easier to observe and more emotionally rewarding than dollar savings. It's very exciting, for example, to talk to frontline people who are energized and enthusiastic because they've gained confidence, learned new skills, and improved their process. Each individual Six Sigma improvement is a success story in itself. Key features of the Six Sigma Way. This book is designed with maximum customer satisfaction in mind. We hope you'll gain a complete picture of what's behind the Six Sigma movement, how it's paying off, and how you can implement the system so as to best fit your circumstances. Our goal is to provide a flexible resource and reference, whether you've been engaged in Six Sigma for several years or are just starting to learn and apply it. Here are some of the features that will help you get the most out of the book. 1. A guide to finding just what you need. 2. Practical implementation guidelines. Whether it's fixing a process problem or implementing Six Sigma company-wide, we'll review important information to help you get started and keep moving. 3. Insights, comments, and examples from real people, business leaders, experts, and managers who are using Six Sigma in their organizations. These thoughts have helped reinforce and refine our ideas. We're confident you'll learn a lot from them, too. 4. Checklists for a number of the essential steps in Six Sigma improvement. We hope to prepare you to go out and do Six Sigma activities, so we've mapped out key steps to help you make the right choices. 5. An introduction to advanced techniques. This is not a technical manual. Plenty of other texts cover the nuances of process statistics and advanced experimental design. We will, however, help anyone understand what the sophisticated tools of Six Sigma are, why and how they're used, and when they should be applied. 6. Our own perspectives and advice. In giving you a guide to Six Sigma best practices, we've had to synthesize different viewpoints, guided by our experience and understanding of what works best, when, and how. Some of our thoughts challenge the views of Six Sigma experts. Where they do, we'll give evidence for our perspective. Because we've worked with some of the most visible Six Sigma companies and have applied these concepts in many types of businesses, we believe our views can make Six Sigma even more powerful than it might otherwise be. A final philosophical word. Lastly, we'd like to offer you a theme that we think represents one of the most important aspects of Six Sigma, and hence will be key to your success in applying it to your business. In their book, Built to Last, James Collins and Jerry Porras provide insights into many of the most successful and admired companies of the 20th century. The dimension that they found most remarkable among these firms is their ability and willingness to simultaneously adopt two seemingly contrary objectives at the same time: stability and renewal, big picture and minute detail, creativity and rational analysis. These forces, working together, make organizations great. This we-can-do-it-all approach they call the genius of the and. You can see this genius in action in everyday business if you look closely. The best managers, for example, are usually those who set broad goals and direction, big picture, yet who can still offer effective input and ask tough questions, the details. In a larger business context, an example of the genius of the and would be a company's constant attention to both long-term growth and quarterly results. The opposite effect, to which lesser organizations fall victim, Collins and Porras dub the tyranny of the or. That's the paralyzing view that we can have it one way or the other, but not both. Six Sigma, we believe, depends on your business learning to exhibit the genius of the and it offers a way to unlock this genius in your own people and processes. As you learn about the what, why, and how of Six Sigma in this book, try to remember that the success you're seeking will be based on your ability to focus on the and not the or. The key to unlocking the genius of the and in you and your organization can be found in these pages. Part 1. An Executive Overview of Six Sigma. Chapter 1. A Powerful Strategy for Sustained Success. The most challenging question confronting business leaders and managers in the new millennium is not, how do we succeed? It's, how do we stay successful? Business today offers the spectacle of a succession of companies, leaders, products, and even industries getting their 15 minutes of fame and then fading away. Even corporate powerhouses, the IBMs, Fords, Apples, Kodaks, and many others, go through dramatic cycles of near-death and rebirth. It's like riding the wheel of fortune as consumer tastes, technologies, financial conditions, and competitive playing fields change ever more quickly. In this high-risk environment, the clamor for ideas on how to get the edge, stop the wheel while on top, of course, or anticipate the next change gets louder and louder. Hot new answers are almost as common as hot new companies. Six Sigma can seem like another hot new answer. But looking closer, you'll find there is a significant difference. Six Sigma is not a business fad tied to a single method or strategy, but rather a flexible system for improved business leadership and performance. It builds on many of the most important management ideas and best practices of the past century, creating a new formula for 21st century business success. It's not about theory, it's about action. Evidence of the power of the Six Sigma way is already visible in the huge gains tallied by some very high-profile companies and some not-so-high-profile ones, which we'll examine in a moment. Just as important, though, is the role Six Sigma plays in building new structures and practices to support sustained success. The goal of the Six Sigma way is to enable you to understand what Six Sigma is, both a simple and a complex question. Why it's probably the best answer to improved business performance in years, and how to put it to work in the unique environment of your organization. In our mission to demystify Six Sigma for the executive and professional, we hope to show you that it's just as much about a passion for serving customers and a drive for great new ideas as it is about statistics and number crunching. That the value of Six Sigma applies just as much to marketing, service, human resources, finance, and sales as it does to manufacturing and engineering. In the end, we hope to give you a clear picture of how Six Sigma, the system, can dramatically raise your odds for staying successful, even as you watch other companies ride one wave of good times only to wipe out on the next. Our first and last surfing analogy. Some Six Sigma success stories. Seeing the impact that Six Sigma is having on some leading companies sets the stage for understanding how it can impact your business. As we relate some of these results, we'll also be reviewing the history that has brought Six Sigma to the forefront. General Electric. Since launching GE's effort in 1995, Jack Welch has urged his top lieutenants to become passionate lunatics about Six Sigma. He has described GE's commitment to Six Sigma as unbalanced. When a high-profile corporate leader starts using words like unbalanced or lunatics in connection with the future of the company, you might expect a plunge in the company's share price. At General Electric, however, that passion and drive behind Six Sigma have produced some very positive results. The hard numbers behind GE's Six Sigma initiative tell just part of the story. From an initial year or so of break-even efforts, the payoff has accelerated. $750 million by the end of 1998, a forecasted $1.5 billion by the end of 1999, and expectations of more billions down the road. Some Wall Street analysts have predicted $5 billion in gains from the effort early in the decade. GE's operating margins, for decades in the 10% range, continue to hit new records quarter after quarter. The numbers are now consistently above 15%, and even higher in some periods. GE leaders cite this margin expansion as the most visible evidence of the financial contribution made by Six Sigma. Improvements from services to manufacturing. The financial big picture, though, is just a reflection of the many individual successes GE has achieved through its Six Sigma initiative. For example, a Six Sigma team at GE's lighting unit repaired problems in its billing to one of its top customers, Walmart, cutting invoice defects and disputes by 98%, speeding payment, and creating better productivity for both companies. A group led by a staff attorney, a Six Sigma team leader, at one of GE Capital's service businesses streamlined the contract review process, leading to faster completion of deals. In other words, more responsive service to customers, and annual savings of $1 million. GE's Power Systems Group addressed a major irritant with its utility company customers, simply by developing a better understanding of their requirements and improving the documentation provided along with new power equipment. The result? Utilities can respond more effectively to their regulatory agencies, and both the utilities and GE have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. The medical systems business, GEMS, used Six Sigma design techniques to create a breakthrough in medical scanning technology. Patients can now get a full-body scan in half a minute, versus 3 minutes or more with previous technology. Hospitals can increase their usage of the equipment and achieve a lower cost per scan as well. GE Capital Mortgage analyzed the processes at one of its top-performing branches, and expanding these best practices across its other 42 branches improved the rate of a caller reaching a live GE person from 76 to 99%. Beyond the much greater convenience and responsiveness to customers, the improved process is translating into millions of dollars in new business. The actions behind the results. GE's successes are the result of a passionate commitment and effort. Notes Welch, "In nearly 4 decades with GE, I have never seen a company initiative move so willingly and so rapidly in pursuit of a big idea. Tens of thousands of GE managers and associates have been trained in Six Sigma methods, a hefty investment in time and money, which is appropriately deducted from the gains cited earlier. The training has gone well beyond black belts and teams to include every manager and professional at GE, and many frontline people as well. They've instilled a new vocabulary revolving around customers, processes, and measurement. While dollars and statistical tools seem to get the most publicity, the emphasis on customers is probably the most remarkable element of Six Sigma at GE. As Jack Welch explains it, the best Six Sigma projects begin not inside the business, but outside it, focused on answering the question, how can we make the customer more competitive? What is critical to the customer's success? One thing we have discovered with certainty is that anything we do that makes the customer more successful inevitably results in a financial return for us." Motorola and some Six Sigma history. Today, the very existence and success of electronics leader Motorola is tied to Six Sigma. It's the company that invented the concepts that have evolved into this comprehensive management system. And while GE has used Six Sigma to strengthen an already thriving company, for Motorola it was an answer to the question, how do we stay in business? In the 1980s and early 1990s, Motorola was one of many U.S. and European corporations whose lunch, along with all other meals and snacks, was being eaten by Japanese competitors. Motorola's top leaders conceded that the quality of its products was awful. They were, to quote one Motorola Six Sigma veteran, in a world of hurt. Like many companies at the time,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?